that looks so sweet. I slam him on the mat, then
Salte de mi lado, cause I'm bringing the heat. Cuando todo se termine, si tú quieres, yo regreso.
I'm not scared of you, my brother, cause I'm Latin.
Make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move, make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move, make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move, make it move, make it move, make it $1 million. Everybody move.
Testing, 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 testing.
Shoes, make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move. Got a million way to get it, all we do is pick and choose. Made the move, we can't lose, we get money, act the fool. Took on 100, talking thousands, when they spit that all on you. Talking diamonds, ain't we grinding, ain't we shining on them suckers. Talking dollars, Trump and Donald, they keep climbing on them suckers. Ain't nobody, can't nobody out there touch us. All the players wanna be us, all the ladies wanna love us. Don't forget us for a bit, sitting next to Warren Buffett. What we talking money, mention that you must discuss us, and it's just us at the top. Ain't no top up on the Bentley, we go everywhere the money go. This where the money sent me, this is simply the best of the best. What we've been friends from the start, $1 million moves is what we do. Now let my dogs make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move, make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move, make it move, make it move, make it $1 million. I'm here to show the world, I'm here to show the world.
What's up, WWE fan? Just getting started, just gonna wait for more people to come. I'm excited for WrestleMania. This is one of the pretty much the only WrestleMania I've been excited for in a long time. I think the last one was like the first I can't remember. that I've never really been excited for WrestleMania, except, well, for this one, because it's most likely because there's more at stake, I guess you could say, because it's like all or nothing. Because if like Daniel Bryan loses, then he is not making changing the name. What was it before? I could have sworn it was the same WWE fan 137, unless it was like a different number. Get a few more people. Probably wait till it goes to like 3 viewers maybe, so we can start this thing. Got all the matches set up. In the 30-man battle royal, I'm actually not doing a battle royal because in this game you can only do a 6-man battle royal. That's the highest you can go. So I'm actually just gonna do a Royal Rumble, and because you know that's kind of like a battle royal, but it's like everybody comes in at their own time. So I'm going to do that, and I have a few surprises. They've only announced 27 of the participants. So I have a few surprises in there. So yeah, they're coming in at the end. I kind of did it in the order that they entered themselves in. I wonder if I could change the intervals. I don't think so. If I could, I'd probably change it to like every minute somebody new comes in. But I'll go check before we start everything. Walking Dead fan 619 WWE, what is up, my friend? You are in for a show. Because usually when I do these shows, they're fun and I make bets with people, and not like real bets, like money bets, but you know, just wagers on who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, and stuff like that. So welcome, and I hope you enjoy. And hopefully I have better connection issues, because not the last live stream I did like a Kingdom Hearts live stream. It wasn't really that popular because I guess Kingdom Hearts isn't that popular of a game. But I mean, I kind of did it last minute, so a lot of people didn't really know what was going on. Do I play online? I do play online after the fact, after all the matches are done, if I have time, which I probably won't have because I have to be somewhere at 9 o'clock tonight. And I don't know if I'll be able to finish before 9 o'clock. So we'll have to see about that, but definitely I usually do. I play online with the viewers. If you want to join in, I'll probably, like, I can do not gauntlet matches, but like elimination chamber, or you know, any one of the big matches where we can all play. So yeah, I do them after the match or after the show as like a bonus if you want to participate and if I have time. Alright, so it looks like we have 3 viewers. Let's get this thing started. Welcome. If you're a first-time viewer, my name is Light Mafia. I do wrestling simulations for every pay-per-view, and I do some on the side of like fantasy simulations or you know, just stuff like that. Obviously, Wrestlemania is right around the corner this Sunday, and I'm going to be doing the simulation of all the matches that are on the card. And so let's get started with the story. I do it on the story editor just because you can create all the matches and then just play them all at once, one after another. It makes it easier. So yeah. And I do edit just so I can make changes. If I do play, then I can't change anything. So yeah. On the pre-show, we have well, it's a Fatal 4-Way tag team match, but obviously you can't do that in this game, so I'm just doing a regular Fatal 4-Way. It is the Usos versus the Real Americans versus Ryback versus the Los Matadores. And from those teams, I've chosen Jey Uso, Antonio Cesaro, Ryback, and Fernando, I think, is from the not the Real Americans, from the Los Matadores. The Los Matadores. So yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering how I got these renders, I didn't do them. They're on the community creations, because I guess they're in the last few games for I think WWE 12 and WWE 13. There was a way to like make custom renders, and I guess they figured out how to do this in this game too, because it's the same like creating character. What do you think will win, Daniel Bryan or Triple H? I will give my predictions after I run through this. Well, after I say each match. So yeah, with the custom renders, it's actually on the community creations. They figured out a hacked way to do it, and they did it. This is gonna be the last game they're gonna be able to do it, because 2K15 is gonna be on the Xbox One and PS4. So yeah, my pick for this match, I predict that the Usos will retain their title, because the Usos have been on a roll, they deserve it, and I don't think it's fair that they lose it. so quickly. If you know what I mean. Yeah. So my pick for this match is the Usos. Next match, we have the Shield versus Corporate Kane, and I guess the Corporate Outlaws, because they're not the New Age Outlaws because they wear suits. So with this, I am going for the Shield simply because they have been on a roll, and I like them, and I think, well, last year they got a big win, but it wasn't really that big. These are like legends. I mean, New Age Outlaws are legends, and the Kane is already a legend in the making. I think he's retiring soon, actually. So there's that, and yeah. So I'm going to pick the Shield on this one. Next match, we have Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. I put this match early because I figured if they're gonna do like 2 matches, like if Triple H goes on or if Daniel Bryan goes on to the main event, they're probably gonna do it early just so they can rest up, rather than like one after another. Because I feel like if they do that, it can risk injury, and if they do that, I don't think I don't think they would want Daniel Bryan or Triple H getting injured because they had to do 2 matches in a row. I know they did that on Raw, where Daniel Bryan had to do like 3 matches, but you know, 2 of them were short, so it was really kind of like 1 match. Anyway, my pick for this one is Daniel Bryan because I want Daniel Bryan to win, and it's not really, he's one of my favorites, but I think it's more of the fact that WWE is like, WWE has a long-standing, what do they call it, like something you're known for, I don't know, they are known for not doing exactly what the fans want, just because they, you know, they're WWE, they don't have to listen to us, and they can do whatever we want. We're gonna like it because we're fans. So I think this whole storyline is basically like the fans versus WWE, because WWE wants what they want, and I want Daniel Bryan to win because he represents what the fans want. So I predict Daniel Bryan's gonna go over on Triple H and get entered into the main event. So yeah, that's my prediction on this match. Next match, Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. This is actually probably one of the most interesting feuds in the longest time, simply because this is John Cena. He has been in the main event for, what, the past maybe 7 WrestleManias? I don't remember him not being in a WrestleMania main event recently, other than the one that Undertaker and it was Undertaker and Triple H, or Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, the ones that they main evented. Cena hasn't been in the main event, but other than those, he's been in almost every single main event since he debuted at WrestleMania. So yeah, and we have Bray Wyatt, who has yet to have a WrestleMania match, who just debuted a little less than a year ago, and has already become a big star in my eyes, and he's going to be a big star in the future. What's up, Joe's video game show WWE? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Jose? No, it's not Jose. Joe's. Why am I pronouncing it wrong? It's Joe's. Sorry about that, bro. Anyway, these two colliding is just, it's crazy because John Cena never loses. His whole gimmick is that he powers through, he fights the good fight, and he never gives up, and he always comes out the winner because he's a good guy, he's a superhero, he is Superman of the WWE. And then we got Bray Wyatt, who is basically like the hills have eyes type of guy. He's crazy, and you know, he puts on some of the greatest promos because they're all true. It's Joe. Thank you. I kind of figured it out because I'm so used to seeing Jose. I don't really, I guess it's because there's no apostrophe, Joe's or Jose's. So yeah, sorry about that. It is Joe. Anyway, yeah. So we have two colliding like types of characters, and it makes sense because, you know, Bray Wyatt is the evil and John Cena is the hero. But John Cena is already on his way out. You notice that he's been putting over guys since SummerSlam. I mean, he came back after his injury, and he beat Alberto Del Rio. But Alberto Del Rio, I don't really care about. But yeah, he put over Daniel Bryan, and he's doing good. And he also put over Antonio Cesaro. He didn't win, but he put on a good match. Antonio Cesaro and Cena did. So yeah, my prediction is if WWE is smart and they are playing for the future, they are planning everything with the future in mind, Bray Wyatt should win this one. Simply because John Cena should not be like playing this character anymore. He should be the legend there who is unbeatable, who is this high pedestal that people must reach. He should not be booked as the underdog, because he's not an underdog. He is the top dog. There's no question about it. John Cena is the top dog in the WWE right now. So, I think he should be like a victory in his or a prize in his own right, because that's who he is. So I predict Bray Wyatt will win because in the future, because Bray Wyatt is the future, John Cena is, I guess, the current, kind of past, because he's kind of moving on. He's getting up there in age. So yes, I predict Bray Wyatt will take this one. Also, I wasn't able to. I already WrestleMania 30 results. You know them. It'd be interesting if you would like to share them. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, by the way, welcome, Scrumpy is awesome. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, it's just because all the names are kind of like put together, so I kind of have to like take each word apart, make sure I'm reading it right. So yeah, Bray Wyatt going over John Cena, because Bray Wyatt is the future and John Cena is the current, kind of past. He's seeing his way out. Alright, next match. We have the 30-man Andre the Giant Battle Royal, or Memorial Battle Royal. This is kind of like, it's not really important, because it's more of a way to get people on the card, because WWE has a big roster, and I think having everybody be on the card at WrestleMania, just to say that they were on WrestleMania. They need to have Cena be heel. Most of the male fan base already hates him, so yeah. I agree with you, but I also kind of disagree with you, because I think if John Cena is gonna turn heel, it would have to be joining the Wyatt family, because if he doesn't turn heel anytime soon, then he's just gonna retire as a face. John Cena has already, he's already been a heel. He's been a heel when he started, and he kind of just turned into a face, and turned into the John Cena we know today. And with John Cena, if he turns heel, it's a big moment. It'll be like Hulk Hogan turning heel at Bash at the Beach. So it would have to be a big deal, and I think turning at WrestleMania would be a big deal. But John Cena does sell a lot of merchandise. He does the Make-A-Wish foundations. He does the publicity with the talk shows, and all the morning show interviews, and all the late night shows and all that stuff. He does all that, and he still finds time to do the house shows, and he still finds time to do every Raw, and pay-per-views, and all this stuff. He is a workhorse, and he does autograph signings, all this stuff. So if you turn him heel, how is he going to be able to do that? He needs to be like what Orton is, a cocky prick. No, I agree. I definitely agree. Cena needs to turn heel, just because his character is getting so stale. I think in an interview I watched recently with Undertaker, when he turned into the American Badass Undertaker, he admitted that he has been in the business for, I think it was like 12 years at that time, and he said it was time for a change in character. So, I mean, even Undertaker, a legend like Undertaker, admits that you need to have a gimmick change after a while, and John Cena's been there for 12 years. So, well, more like 11, 12 this year. But yeah, it's come time, but I don't think it's gonna happen simply because he does all that stuff on the side, and if he turns heel, it doesn't look good publicity-wise, and I think John Cena is a big publicity machine. So unless they have a new guy, maybe Daniel Bryan or someone else who can take over the reins like that, maybe Roman Reigns, John Cena will stay face until somebody else is there to take his spot. So that's my at least take on it. Let's see. Undertaker wins, Daniel Bryan defeats Triple H, and Batista wins WWE World Heavyweight title. I hope that's what happens. Do you think Punk will return at Mania? Punk, he's a special case because I feel like Punk really deserved time off. Yeah, he went about it the wrong way, and it was very unprofessional, but he needed that time off. He was burnt out. Even his character was kind of stale. He really didn't have anything going for him. He was gonna face Triple H for what? So he already faced Triple H and he lost. That was probably what was gonna happen again. So I don't think Punk. I don't vilify Punk for walking out. I do hate that he did walk out because that is kind of unprofessional. But you know, I don't hate him for it. Well, I said I hate that he walked out, but I don't hate him for it. You know. Anyway, but I don't think he'll return at Mania. Probably the night after. Maybe Monday Night Raw next week. He will return. I don't think at Mania, unless he's gonna be a special appearance in the Battle Royal, or he like costs Daniel Bryan the championship and starts a new feud with him. That I think would be the only way he could return. Other than that, I don't see him returning at Mania. Before I get to these comments, I'm gonna continue with the card. So let's go. Next match. Oh, I didn't even make my predictions. Who's gonna be the top guy in this one? Probably gonna be Big Show, Mark Henry, and then a few other guys. But my pick is my favorite, Dolph Ziggler. I know, yeah. He had his spurt last year, and it didn't really turn out so well. But I think Dolph Ziggler needs a win, and I think this will be a good way to you know, bring him back into the limelight, so to speak, because he is on Raw and SmackDown. Well, no, not SmackDown because I don't watch it, but he is on Raw every week, or for the most part he's on there every week. So Dolph Ziggler is my pick on this one. We got Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. I think this is a no-brainer. Undertaker wins because streak is not ending until there is a new star to be made by beating Undertaker, and I don't think that star is here yet. Maybe it's in Roman Reigns, but we'll have to see about that. Anyway, I don't think Undertaker's streak is ending, at least not this year. So Undertaker's my pick, and this match should be good, but Undertaker's my pick. Anyway, moving on. We have the Divas Battle Royal. I know there's more Divas in there, but I kind of picked the ones that are the most important. We have Layla, Nikki Bella, AJ Lee, Summer Rae, Brie Bella, and Natalya. Those are probably the most important ones because they're all on Total Divas except AJ and Layla. So yeah, my bet is AJ on this one, just because I don't see any other besides Natalya, I guess, and I guess the Bellas. But AJ's good with that title. She's good with that title. So yeah. I predict AJ. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the comments. I found the WrestleMania 30 results on the internet. Be careful with those results because some of them could just be like bait. You know, they're just predictions. They tout it as the results. Yeah, don't believe anything that's on the internet. Thank you, WWE fan. Okay, Punk was getting some heat arguments with the people at Connecticut. He's not coming back anytime soon. Apparently there's reports that Punk has not been in talks with anybody from WWE at all, period, since he left. So, I mean, except maybe for Vince McMahon, who like tried to talk him back in when I guess when they were in Chicago. But anyway, so I don't know. I don't think he's in trouble with anybody because they're still promoting him. He's still on like posters and promos and they still sell his merchandise and stuff like that. If they really were wanting him to get rid of him and like pretend like he never existed, they would do that. So I don't think Punk is in the bad side of WWE. I think they want him back, and I think he has a good chance of coming back. Just not at Mania. I think they're already stacked with Mania. I think having Punk there would kind of like change a whole bunch of stuff for the bad. So yeah, I don't think that's happening. Sting returns that night. What? The night after Mania? Sting. Yeah, Sting was in WWE. You can't. I mean WCW. You can't return to WWE. So Sting, he's debuting the Raw after. If not, he's debuting at Mania. So Sunday or Monday, Sting is going to be in a WWE ring or in the WWE arena. So that's about it. Anyway, back on to this. Let's go to the next match. We have the triple threat of Batista versus Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan or Triple H. I picked Daniel Bryan because I said I predicted he was going to win. So I put Daniel Bryan there just because. And if Daniel Bryan loses, I will switch it to Triple H. Who do I think will win? Daniel Bryan. I predict Daniel Bryan will beat Triple H, and I predict Daniel Bryan will win. If Triple H wins, I predict that Batista will win. Yes, if Triple H beats Daniel Bryan and gets into the match, I predict Batista will win. So, yeah, there's that. And with that, we can start this thing. Let's get started. Oh, wait, I said I was going to try and change the intervals to see if I can... I can't change the intervals? I guess I can. Alright, well. Yeah, I'll start the match. Cool. Now this match is probably going to be in the Royal Rumble arena simply because they don't allow you to do it anywhere else. So yeah, that's that. Alright, let's get started with this. First match, the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Tag Team titles. Let's get started. Here we go. Haters love me. I wouldn't say that, Miz. Haters kind of hate you. And thank you for Walking Dead fan for following me on Twitch. I just got that notification on my phone, so thank you for that. If you're still here. I don't know who's here yet, or who's still here, so thank you if you're still here. If you have questions, I'll be happy to answer, so don't hold back.
The following fatal 4-way contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring.
I put the Intercontinental Championship just because it looks the most similar to the WWE Tag Team Champions.
He's effortlessly multilingual and practically a genius. Greatness is on his way to the ring.
Antonio Cesaro's on his way up. I think he's gonna be like a big deal when he like breaks away from the Real Americans. I honestly think he has the potential to be a top heel. They're probably gonna turn him babyface simply because a lot of people like him, so they'll probably do that, and he'll be a face for a little while. But other than that, I think Cesaro will be in the main event. Sometimes, do you think they should push Cesaro? Yeah, I just said it. I do think they should push him. He's just awesome. He puts on great matches. I never had a Cesaro match that I didn't like. So let's just put it that way. We got right back.